Ting Zhang. I'm the founder and CEO of Crayfish.io. Today we've got Terry Ho here, and we'd like to talk about how do you attract investors and how do you convince them, and what are the typical characteristics of Chinese investors, and why should you consider, in fact, getting a Chinese investor. So first I would like to introduce Terry, who has 30 years of experience in Asia financial market, and as also investor and board advisor of Crayfish.io. So Terry, tell us a bit more about yourself.
I graduated as a chartered accountant here, more than 30 years ago, and then I went back to Hong Kong to start my fantastic career path, and I've helped a big conglomerate to do a massive restructure involved over 300 companies, and then I joined a Beijing group, which is an IT group, and they have done a reverse takeover, which I successfully helped to get a second listed company for them. And then 10 years ago, I helped a sportswear company to list it in Hong Kong, and then it's one of the top 3 sports brands in China. So I've been involving a lot of the fundraising, including the pre-IPO, post-IPO, and also the banking side, the treasury side. So I'm very glad that I have the opportunity to join Crayfish 6 months ago to be the board advisor, and then I can share my experience to a lot of your clients, and then we can talk about how to gain more interest in the investor in general, and also more particular for the investors in China.
Thank you, Terry. So first I would like to know, what are the investors typically looking for when they invest in startups or early stage companies?
Okay. The list is very long, but to cut it short, I think more likely, because this is a new startup, people will look at the founder, the CEO. It's a very important human issue. So are you good at it? How strong your academic or professional background? Do you really know the industry well? Because I'm investing in you. So not the company itself is just a legal entity, because we are dealing with the founders. So the founders is the most important element. Secondly, must be the product. A lot of the investors, right, are looking for, you need to be proving that in the future you will be the winner. So this is very important, that you have a unique product or services that attract them. And then if the final thing I would think, right, is a very good team, because you need people to help you to start with. They know that you don't have a very pretty financial figures in the very beginning, so you need to get a good business plan, and to help you to deliver that business plan, you need a good team.
Yes, that's indeed. I think now we can see there's a lot of tech startup bubbling, out in particularly the Cambridge area where we are and of course the team, typically you have a tech person coming out from university, PhD with a new idea, and then you have also some business school student. The team up is really seem to be a success formula. So now, what are the typical industries at the moment in investors are interested, particularly, if we're looking at this year, 2020, what do you think the favorite industries?
Yes, the number one topic that in my head, right, must be healthcare, because the living of standard in China is rising, so they really care about the health. Apart from that, I would think will be the fintech, the blockchain side. So these are the very 2 hot topics in China for the China investors.
Of course, particularly now with what's going on in China with the coronavirus in Wuhan, I think it's now the whole healthcare and biotech sector is being lifted into a national importance almost. So we hope there will be a lot more opportunities in the coming years for startups who are actually addressing this kind of issues, right?
Yes, especially those biotech or biomedical engineering. So a lot of the genetic engineering, they really need to decode all those genetic problems, and also tackle the virus to help those pharmaceutical companies to test the drugs. Mm-hmm. And also there's a lot of different health problems in China because of the huge population. So this is definitely a very, very big demand that for the Chinese investor, to look into, apart from the US, now they are looking into good companies in UK and in Europe.